Hello and welcome. So in this lesson, we'll be learning how to create a project that is to-do list application on React.js. So let me press new sandbox over here, which will basically create a new React application for me automatically. And then that might take some time to reload. And then over here, I'm just going to close this. All right. Before closing it, I'm gonna open this up in the new window so that I can just look at the output that I'm writing. So right over here, we'll be using Bootstrap's CDN. Because I do not want to use normal CSS, it will take time. All right, I'm just gonna copy and paste everything. All right. So right over here, I'm just gonna pass in this thing. All right. So now, in order to check it, I'm just gonna write a button over here. Class name as btn primary to check if it is working or not. Okay, it does. That means HTML, this thing is added. Example button. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm gonna bring back this thing. I'm gonna make it small, relatively small. I'm gonna close this explorer, and now we'll be coding over here. So let's get started. So right over here, what we will be doing is that we will be basically creating a h1 with display 1, which we'll be creating a h1 tag. All right, which will not say nothing but a to-do list application. All right, and I'm gonna give a class name of heading1, which wouldn't really change anything. I'm gonna use display 3 maybe, so it will make a little bit big, and I'm gonna wrap this up inside a div. So I'm gonna quickly make the HTML part, and I'm gonna give a container and my3 maybe. Yeah, cool. So now we have the h1 tag. Now after that, we will be having a input tag. All right, a input tag which will help us so I'm gonna go over here and write input. I'm just gonna copy and paste one input. Okay, I need anything. Okay, the second one seems good for me, so I'm just gonna copy this whole thing and I'm gonna paste it over here. It will show you some errors because you need to add these things. All right, already looks great. All right, so now I'm gonna change the placeholder to something like enter your to-do list. All right, it is a very simple project to make. Okay, I don't need this thing. All right, so now instead of a button, I'm just gonna give this thing as add button. Add task, which would make more sense. All right, and then right after this thing, we will be adding a list. So we can go ahead and grab the list. We're just gonna search list over here. Okay. So perhaps we will take something very simple, like maybe this one, which should be a this thing, right? So yeah, so I'm just gonna write, I'm gonna go to app.css and change something over here. Comment this, like just go do a comment line on this thing, right? Close it up, and then let me close that thing, and so there you go. So now we have the proper HTML setup. In the next video, we will go ahead and start putting in the states and start using React to create this to-do list application. So see you all guys over there.